Okay, so let's talk about 3 things that all PTO and PTA leaders need to know. And I think it's like kind of important to kind of set expectations so that you're not feeling like you're not doing what you need to be doing or could be doing better. Because I think the temptation is, because you are so like awesome, you want big things for your school community, you want to have like a lot of success, you might feel like you're just not cutting it, when in reality, you're probably being too hard on yourself. Because that is what I find with most people, is that they're way too stinking hard on themselves, that you are doing enough, that you are doing more than other people are kind of already doing, so that you're kind of already at an increased level of awesomeness. And so just to keep that in mind. So really, the first thing I want you to keep in mind is that you are not going to reach all your goals for the year. So hopefully you've set them, because that is one way to measure success, is to know what you want to do and where you're going. And that way you can kind of figure out like mid-year, like what adjustments do I need to make that goal? Like, am I on track to make that goal first? And if like, do I need to make those adjustments, or am I good to go and I can just keep doing what I need to be doing? I think having that taking that time to make that evaluation and figure out what you need to be doing is really crucial. But just know that you probably have more goals than are realistic for the year. And if you are more refined, like I am kind of like, whoo, let's do great things. And sometimes it's possible and sometimes it's not, and it's kind of beyond your control. You are not the PTO, you in and of yourself. It is a team sport. You need other people to come along with you and make things happen, and some things are out of your control. Like, think about a couple of years ago when we had the pandemic. That was a huge game changer, and not a great way for all schools, and most certainly not for PTOs, because we could not do what we needed to do. So we had to figure out alternative ways to do it. And some people had more success with that than others. But like, it's not all going to be within your control. So you could be like totally awesome and still things are just not going to happen for you. And you just kind of have to be okay with that. And know that that means that that's just an opportunity for you to meet those goals next year, or find a different way to tweak them to make them happen. So the next thing that you should know, and I kind of already touched on this, but you are exceptional. Yes, you. I'm talking to you. If you are watching this, you are in like a tiny percentage of parents who actually give a crap about their school and will do something about it. You are doing something awesome to improve your school community, because let me tell you, talk is cheap. And most parents, they have all sorts of ideas about how the PTO should be doing this or the PTO should be doing that and blah, 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 blah. But when it comes time to actually do it, where are they? That's right. They are nowhere to be found, because they actually don't have what it takes. But you are showing up. You are making it happen. You are trying. So for that, I want to give you a big old props, because that is so different from the vast majority of parents. And so don't underestimate that. Don't think that what you are doing does not matter, because you matter. Your contributions matter. Whatever it is, if you're not able to give all of your time, well, who can? That is okay. What you are doing is enough. What you are doing is really contributing in a positive way. So don't lose sight of that. Because the last point I want to make is that you are the face of the PTO, and that your energy is contagious. And I kind of touched on this in my What to Do in August video, but like the energy that you're bringing, if it is a yay energy or it is a boo energy, like Eeyore, like that is going to be contagious. So you need to put out whatever you want to get back. But again, you are awesome, right? So you are going to be putting out that positive energy, and that is really going to draw in a lot of people. And that is why, like, I usually when I'm at PTO events, like especially like membership tables, there is something that like clicks inside of me, and I become this very charming person, and people are like, man, your energy. It's like, because I feel the passion. I feel a really deep passion for PTO, like more so than maybe well, definitely most other people, because I am a bit nutty, but like, I guess what I have gotten back from it personally in terms of friendship, in terms of closeness with my kids, like knowing what is going on, closeness with the teachers, the relationships that I've built with people in the schools where my kids are interacting with them every day, like I can see the benefit of it, like how it's helped me personally and helped my family. So, and let's not even mention like my friend group. My friend group, they're all PTO nerds, which is like awesome. That is, I really enjoy that because we all have like that shared goal. And then I know when I'm going to a concessions event to like do fundraising that I'm with my friends. So that if I make a mistake, it's fine. And that even though it's work, it'll still be fun. And so, yeah. So anyway, but you're the face of the group. So that energy that you put out there is really contagious. So you want to make sure that you are putting out what you want to get back and what you need personally and what your group needs personally. Okay. Then my last point is that I want to give you permission to not go all in. There are going to be times when you need to do things in your own life and that you need to take care of you first. And that because you are such an awesome, exceptional person that you're constantly giving of yourself, just make sure that you're not giving more of yourself than there is to give so that you have something left for you, that you're not getting totally burnt out, that you're not feeling like, okay, I am rocking it in the PTO world, but when I come home to my house, it is a disaster. And I have no energy to even meal plan. And so we're eating the same old takeout, like going through McDonald's to drive through or getting pizza. My thing is pizza. I always get pizza because we don't like McDonald's because it's just not my thing. Anyway, pizza is when we have pizza a lot, I'm like, ooh, I need to reel things in or I need to make an adjustment in my life. So really, I want you to give as much as you can, but I want to make sure, like, just make sure you're not doing it at a personal expense to you. Sometimes it's going to have to happen. It just is. That's the way I feel. And I feel comfortable knowing that because this is my 14th year. Yes, 14th year is being involved as a PTO volunteer. Wow, I am old. Hard to believe since I'm only 29 that I've been doing this since I was 15. Right? Anyway, just keep that in mind. That it's good to go all in and you're going to want to go all in because you're awesome like that. But it's okay to not every once in a while and even more than every once in a while. Just take care of yourself because if you are not taking care of yourself, nobody else is going to. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's a little different than the videos I've done before, but I kind of feel like this is a good one to file under the, like I did a pep talk video a while back, and this is a good one that kind of goes hand in hand with that one. Just things I think you should know. And so I hope you will join me for the next video. Until then, take care.
Want even more guidance on how to be a stronger leader so you can run a better PTO or PTA? All these resources and more are waiting for you at ptoanswers.com.